What is up, guys? My name is Yeps,
My name is Yeps.
and welcome once again to the Polypore Dungeon. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Grifolapines. Honestly, I've asked half a dozen people if they know what these Gryphos are, and honestly not a single person knew what on earth I was even talking about. So I figured I'd research a little bit more on these guys and see if they'll be able to help us stack that bread. So here are Professor Yeps' findings. First, we need to know how to get there. As you can see on screen, you're going to want to go to the Fairy Ring BIP, which will take you to the Polypore Dungeon. You will then go inside and go down 2 of these vines, which are directly in front of you. And then we're going to go all the way to the southern end of the dungeon. And in front of us are these 3 end lily pad thingies. And this is where we're going to spend the most of our time. These are pretty much the place to flip and be, and I chose these 3 because they're far away from the runts, which are kind of to the northwest and also to the northeast as well, but those things will flip and kill you if you're not careful. So we're doing this for maximum AFK, and this is the best spot that I've found. If you notice, there are actually 2 fungal mages to my left, which will be an aggro distance of you with your aggression potions, but they barely do any damage, so honestly you should be fine there. Also, there are these animated axes, which you'll kind of see come in and out and attack me. Those don't really drop anything, but they aren't doing too much damage either, so you should be fine. So obviously, I have been quite a bit into this hour so far, but I did want to post right now the inventory setup that I originally started with. This is the best setup that I could think of, and honestly, it let me AFK the entire hour. So yeah, so starting off, I have all the types of charms. That's nice for your charming imp to then pick up. I have a few spots open for food and superstores, pretty much just to bring those over in from my yak. Then I have all the main drops, Chaos Rune, Fungal, Grypholic, and Ganodermic Flake, Swamp Tar, Dwarf Weed Seed, Snape Grass, Potato Cactus, Flax, Spiritweed Seed, Polypore Spore, Limpwort Seed, Neem Oil, and the Garagian Mushroom. So those are all the ones that they drop very, very often. As you see in my hourly down to the bottom right, it's just stacked and pretty much just those drops. Then of course you have the Enhanced Excalibur, the Ancient Elven Ritual Shard, the Herb Pouch, and our best friend Magic Notepaper. Then in the yak, obviously, we have a crap ton of superstores, and I like to use monkfish, though some interesting people like to use beltfish in my clan for whatever reason. And then I like to use super prayer renewals. Those help get you a sustained prayer throughout the hour, and I've been actually getting into supreme magic potions. They boost your magic by 19 and decrease 1 per minute. They're way, way, way cheaper than overloads, as you really don't need those here. So to save the money, I just use those, and I use 1 to 2 per hour, so much cheaper. Besides that, make sure that you are kind of adjusting here and there to meet your needs. If you're lower level, maybe you need stronger food, or maybe to pop a vampirism or a penance aura to keep prayer or health higher. Just be aware to your needs and how you need to adapt for that. Also, if you have a legendary pet, which I highly recommend, even if you have to pay real life money to go get it, totally worth it. But it'll go and shag the loot, so make sure you have Scavenge up. I also have Lifesaver and the BOB perk as well, so just in case I go for a long bathroom break and I just die or something, then I'll be fine. My pet will just take me off to Pref. Also make sure that you do not have a full inventory, because your legendary pet will not go and pick up items at that point, which is actually super annoying and can kill the AFK part of it all. So when you do get Spirit Sapphires and stuff like that, I usually just right click, destroy, and spam the Y button on my keyboard, because that will destroy them. So basically that's the gist of it all. Make sure that you are soul splitting and using prayers if you want more kills an hour, and booyah. So once you are done with your hour, it's time to go bank and resupply typically. And then, with all these flakes, you're going to want to come to this guy. He is located right when you come in the door. You're going to want to right click on him, trade him, and you can see these 3 different armor pieces. These are basically what gets turned into the armor that we're going to be selling here. So make sure you buy those. They're very, very cheap, a few hundred coins maybe. And also, they do have this option where you can, bank all your flakes within the sky. But I don't really see why you would do that, to be honest. Now for the loot. Drum roll, please. Heck yeah, we got just around 5.2 mil for that hour. And the biggest question that was going through my head was, what the heck are these items on the right, obviously? Well, turns out those are T60 weapons and shields that actually can just be alked for exactly the price, pretty much. And then your mind is going to be wandering to, what the crap did you do with $1.4 million of those Grifolapines flakes? Well, turns out they're actually not too shabby. With 65, 72, and 78 crafting respectively, you can actually put these into those leggings, visors, and ponchos that one dude sells. And you're actually going to be making profit on these as well, as these armors sell higher than the flakes themselves do. And sometimes on top of that, demand's even higher. So if you see here, I insta-sold these for well over mid, which is what I was going for in the your price per item section there. So these are pretty dang good. All in all, guys, this was actually more than 5.2. It was actually more like 5.6 mil for that hour. So just goes to show there's some good stuff out there to AFK, and this is definitely one of the contenders. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video and for watching Professor Yeps' lecture. I will be seeing you in the next one here. Have a good one, guys.